Hello everyone and welcome back. We're gonna continue our work with the Python today. So last time we discussed the functions and how you can import the libraries to use the built-in function. You don't need to build every functionality by yourself because every language provides you a lot of capabilities in the existing libraries, and you can reuse them to build your solution, right? So same as Python is very enriched in terms of the libraries it provides. So we can see that we have used the math library to get some of the function, and we have seen that if we want to list them, we can use the dir function that we have run yesterday. Just on a recap quickly, and I'm going to show you. So these are all the functions available, and we can get the help if you want to know more about this function, right? So we can go and we can find out more information. So what we're going to do today, today we'll start with the data types. So with Python, unlike Java and C or C++, Python is very flexible language. Like it won't restrict you to follow the strict syntax that has been provided as part of the language, and that's why it's really gaining popularity between devs, because you can define variable and you can start using it, right? Based on the value you assign, it's going to determine which data type is going to allocate it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to just show you quickly. So for example, if I just say numeric, well, and I'm going to assign it 10. So you're going to see the value of the numeric is going to be 10, right? And it's going to be an integer value. How about if I'm saying float value is going to be 2.5, right? And what I'll do, so let me just define these two, and I'm going to add both of them. And to just show you, just need to type, so you can see it's already picking it up, and now see. It's going to actually evaluate, and we are able to see that the answer is 12.5. How about if I just, put it, sorry, yeah. How about I just put it result, well, and I'll put a print. By the way, if you just type the variable name at the end of the cell, it's going to print the value. So you're going to see we are getting, so it's automatically detect that what's the best data type for your variable based on the operation that we perform, right? So that's where the whole complexity is hidden from the dev perspective. If you do the same thing in C or C++ or Java, trust me, it's not going to let you do any sort of thing until unless you properly define the data types, right? One more thing, if you want to define a data type, like you don't like to auto assign the data type by the compiler of Python, you can override that behavior. And what you're going to do, the syntax is pretty simple. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to now put colon, and after colon we can define the data type. So for example, I'm going to allocate the data type to int. It's a similar it's going to behave similar as we saw it before. So no change. Let me quickly show you. We have the integer values, we have the float value, and if I run it, we're going to get exactly the same result, 12.5, right? So there are two ways. You can define the variable data types, and you can also just define, allocate the value, and it will define the value based on the data type, right? So these are the simple data types. Generally, we have, I would say, three major type of the data types, date, string, and numeric, and we play around it. That these are the base data types, but obviously, once we move toward the complex data types or the data structure, that's where we have the different, I would say, structure that we can use to store our information, right? And that's more like the composition of all these basic data types that we can, put together to create the complex object. But we're gonna see once we reach to that point. All right, so like I have discussed, we have already seen it. So how about if I just go and now define a string? So string, you're gonna see Python is pretty flexible. What it's gonna do, you can use the double quotes, and I'm going to say, for example, John, and last name is going to be, And by the way, it's it's the case insensitive, so you can use any case while you're using your variable, right? That's another advantage. With the other languages, if you change the variable case, it's going to actually consider it as a separate variable and give you the error. I'm going to show you once I print the information, right? So let me see if I can. Yeah, I have defined a name with two variables. And one thing I just forgot to do it. Right. So let's see. So both variables are going to be declared as string, and you can see one has been used with double quote, the other one has been used with single quotes, right? What I'm going to do now, I'm going to display them with so what I'm going to do, let's see if I can do like this, and I'm going to concatenate with the last name, and you can see I have changed the cases, right? These are not the case that I've used in my variable when I have defined them, right? I'm just going to put a full name, and I'm going to call it full name, right? All right, how about this? And let's see. All right, so we have some error. We're saying first name is not defined. Sorry, I think it's the variable names are case sensitive, right? Yeah, it's not gonna accept. So sorry, my bad. The Python, I think it used to be case insensitive, but now it's asking me. Sorry, what was the case here? So I need to let's see how about if I just leave the standard cases here. So I think that's fine. I'm gonna it's gonna name. Maybe they start putting some restriction on the naming convention. Yeah, so all good now. How about if I just print the name? So you're gonna see the name is coming, John Fisher as a concatenated name, which is obviously the concatenation or the combination of the first and last name. It's giving a warning. Yeah, that's true. I'm not going to use the GPU at this stage, so I'm going to stick with the CPU. Later on, once we work with the GPUs or we have such use cases, we're gonna enable the GPUs. So I think that's the string, how you can define the string and how you can generally use in your program. It's pretty simple. The only thing that you need to be pay attention to your variable case, because that's where they now put the restriction that you are unable to use different cases. If you change the letters case, that means you are using a different variable, which is more like closer to the convention has been used in Java or C. All right, so with each string, we have a couple of functions available. I'm going to quickly show you. So by the way, if you want to bring the list, you can type the half and then you can press Control Tab and it's going to show you the full option. So here you can see I've actually typed full and then I press Control Tab and now it's showing me the full variable. If you press dot, it's going to bring all the variables which has sorry all the methods that has been attached with the string data type. So for example, let me quickly show you a couple of them. How about if I just, full name is not defined. Alright. Hmm. All right, so there must be some issue. How about what's my full name? Yeah, I'm using. For some, okay, yeah. So sorry, the runtime has been disconnected. So it just, clear all the variable. By the way, if you want to see what variables you have, you can see on your left-hand side. That's sometimes really helpful. If you have plenty of variable, you can see the list in here. And right now you can see it's pretty empty because my runtime was reconnected. So it just clean out all the variable, and that's where I was getting all these errors. So if all I need to just rerun the respective cell, so I'm so like you can see, now I'm able to see the variables on the right hand side, right? And it's also showing me the runtime value that I do have it, right? So how about if I just run now? Yeah, now it's going to get me the full name, which is fine. Now I'm going to show you. So how about if we just use the upper function and see whether it's going to work or not. Yeah, so you can see the case of the text has been changed to the upper, right? And how about if we see the total length of the full name value? So all I'm gonna do count, and you can see it's gonna give me the length. So the about now. Okay, it's not returning the length. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use another function which allow me. So some function you can apply on the data types, and they will work across all the data types in a standard way. So length is one of them. So let's see. Yeah, we are getting 11, right? So for example, if count doesn't work, that means the count is not available to provide you the count of the character. It has a different meaning, right? But length is will allow me to display the total number of characters that my string value contains, right? And we use it for multiple reasons we're gonna see in the upcoming videos, right? So that's pretty much how you can deal with different data types in Python. I know I've discussed the date data type. I'm gonna record a separate video for the dates, because date has its own I would say paradigm or its own details that I don't want to mix with the other two data types, because date, especially with the UTC, we have to deal with dates in a very sensitive way. Otherwise, they completely, sometimes mess with the whole code, right? So that's why I want to keep things simple in this tutorial. So let me know if you have any question. More than happy to answer. Please put your comments. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.